Hello, welcome to St. Henry's class. Today we take BECE in focus and we look at some likely mathematics questions that can be given to students to answer. Thank you for watching the channel. We also urge you to subscribe if you've not done so to continue supporting it. So let's quickly start going through the questions. Number one says, given that m is equal to r minus s all over 2nr, we make r the subject of this relation. So we make r the subject. I say we should find the value of r. After we make r the subject, we should find the value of r when m is 2 and n is negative 3. So let's start with the first one. So number one, say we should make r the subject of this relation. So here's the relation. So let me further divide my board again. So m is equal to r minus s all over 2nr. I'm going to make r the subject. Now because this involves a fraction, I'm going to find the LCM and multiply through. I can also do it by cross multiplying because there's an equal to separating two different terms. So let's multiply with the LCM. So LCM is 2nr. I multiply it by the first term. The whole of this is one term, so I multiply it by the second term. So 2nr times m is equal to 2nr times r minus s all over 2nr. So 2nr will cancel 2nr. So 2nr times n gives us 2mnr is equal to the whole of this is replaced by 1. So 1 times r minus s will still give us r minus s. We want to make r standalone. We want to make r independent. Now there's one r on the right. We can group like terms. That is grouping all terms containing r on one side. The advisable one is that we take 2mnr to meet r, so that this s goes to the left, we make it positive. So this s comes here, we have s is equal to r on the right, 2mnr meeting it. It's positive because the equal to becomes negative. So we want to make r the subject. Since r appears twice, we factorize. So we put this in bracket. So s is equal to, now the common term is r is factorized. R has been factorized, there's nothing here, so we replace it by 1. So r times 1 will still give us the r. Minus, we have 2mn, since r has been factorized. We want to make r independent, so we cancel 1 minus 2mn. Divide by 1 minus 2mn. Whatever we do to right, we do same to left. So this will cross out that. So r will be equal to s over 1 minus 2m, and this is our final answer for I. S 117, we didn't indicate that. So S is 117. So 117 all over 1 minus 2 multiplying. M is given by 2 and N is given by negative 3. So 117 over. Now look, we simplify the 2mn first. 2mn. So 1 minus. So we can simplify the bracket first. 2 bracket. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So 117 all over 1 negative 2 times negative 6 will give us positive 12. That gives us 107 over 30. And this gives us, let's try 9 and see. So 13 times 9. 9 30, 27, 7 minus 2. 919 plus 11. So the answer is 9. R is given by 9. R is given by 9. And the next question, B. Ajua is given, or Ajua received a commission of 20% on bread she sold. In 1 week, Ajua's commission was 54 Ghana cedis. How much bread did she sell during the week? And find her average daily commission. Her average daily commission. So let's start. Now Ajua receives commission of 20%. So So address commission C is 20%. And the question says in 1 week the commission is calculated and give it to her. So we'll say commission amount CA is 54 Ghana cedis, and CR is the commission rate, so it corresponds. So how much bread did she sell during the week? Now mind you, in commission, total sales is always equal to 100%. So they are trying to tell us how much bread did she sell, total sales, the money she made out of selling all the bread during that week. So we'll say total sales is equal to 100%. So we can use a simple proportion thing here. If 20 gives us 54, 100 gives us. So if 20%, the amount is 54 cedis, then 100%, the amount we don't know. So if 20 gives us 54, 100 will give us more than that. So 100, if more, let's divide. So 100 over 20 times 54. 0 crosses out 0. 2 into this of 1 into 54, 27 times. So 10 times 27 will give us 270. So it means that our joint commission is, our joint total sales is 270, and her commission is 54. So let's try and see if we get the 54. So she's taking 20% of 270. 0 plus out 0, 0 plus out 0. Now 2 times 27 is 54. Yes, we are right. You can also do this in a different way. How does that go? Or how do you go about that? Now, you see, how do you find commission? Commission is always given by the rate over 100 times your total sale. Now we're lucky, the commission is given to be 54. The rate is 20%. Since we don't know the total sale, we choose a variable to represent it. So C is equal to the amount, 54. So 54 is equal to X is the percentage, that is 20 over 100. Since we don't know the total sale, we'll say let X equal to the total sale. So 2 cross out 2, 0 cross out 0, 2 into this of 1 and into 10, 5. So we have 54 is equal to 1 over 5x. So we cross multiply. So x is equal to 54 times 5. 5 4 is 20, 0 minus 2. 5 5 is 25 plus 2, 27. So approach 1 or 2 will take us to our answer. And this brings us to the end of the first one. Now the second one, find the average daily commission. Average daily commission, meaning daily for this money, that is for the week, the whole week. Now daily, every day, how much does she take, or how much is she getting? So that is find her average daily commission. Her average daily commission. So how do we go about this question? We divide the amount that she's receiving by the days that she's working. That is in 7 days. So her average daily commission, that will be equal to 54 divided by 7. Now let's see, 54 by 7. 7 into 54. 7 7 is 49. 7 8 is 56. So 7 7 7 49. So 14 minus 9 is 5. 0.7 into 50, 7 7 49 minus 1. 0 7 into 10, 1. So say she receives 7 cedis 71. 7 cedis 71 pesos for commission on daily basis. So we are done with the one. Length of question says the length of the minute hand of a wall clock is 7 centimeters. Now what area will the minute hand cover? So we are trying to talk of the area the minute hand covers. So let's say there is a watch or a clock, an hour hand and a minute hand. So what area will it cover? Area talks of the space bounded by a shape. So the length of the minute hand is 7. That means the radius of it is 7. So they are talking of the area it covers. Now we know the area of a circle to be equal to pi r squared. Pi r squared. Pi was given to be 22/7. So we substitute what we have into the formula. So 22/7 times pi 7. So 7 squared. That is 7 squared. So we have 22/7 times 7 squared means 7 times 7. 7 cross out 7. 22 times 7 will give us 154 centimeters squared. Now let's move to the third one. Find the value of x in the diagram below. So we have a right angle triangle MON. Now the longest side called MO is also called the hypotenuse. MN is one side of it. If an angle is created here, then we'll say this side MN is the opposite and NO is the adjacent. And that will lead us to what we call the trigonometry ratios SO, K, and TOA. That is in this SS, in the senior high trigonometry, which we'll be treating on Sahemi's class here. Because we said that we don't only focus on GHS, SHS is also our priority. Okay, so let's find the value of x, and x is side NO. Now, Pythagoras theorem states that the square on the longest side is equal to the sum of the square on the other two sides. So the C stands for the longest side, A for this side, and B for this side, with a square on it. So what is C squared? That is MO. So length MO squared is equal to A, that is this side, NO squared, plus B, that is this side, MN squared. So MO is given by 13, so 13 squared. NO is given by X, which we are looking for, S squared. MN is given by 5 squared. 13 squared gives 169. 5 squared gives 25. We want to find X. It's X squared, so we need to take this 25 to meet 169. So S squared will be equal to 169 minus 25. And S squared will be equal to 144. We introduce our root. Square crosses out root. Now, square root of 144 is 12. So therefore, x is 12 centimeters. X gives us 12 centimeters. Okay. Let's move to the next question. That is question 4. If the bearing of P from Q is 245 degrees, find the bearing of Q from P. Bearing talks about distance between 2 points in relation to angles. So let's assume I stand and face the camera about some 50 or 60 degrees, right between where the camera is and where I am. The angle between it is 60. We call that bearing. Or as I turn to northeast, my northeast, the angle between it gives me an angle of 50 from where I am to where I have my door. That is about 60 degrees. Okay, so bearing talks of the distance between 2 points in relation to angles. And the question says that if the bearing of P from Q is 245, let's note that here we need the Cartesian plane that goes this way. Not here, then east, south and the west. Bearing. The cardinal points are emphasized. So the bearing of P from Q is 245. Simply means that if I want to move to Q, I start my journey from P on a bearing of 245. The bearing of P from Q, we are moving from Q, my destination is P. If I want to move from Q to P, my destination gives an angle of 245. Hello, I'm coming. Okay, so 245. Let's look at where 245 falls. Now from this side to this side gives an angle of 90 degrees. To this side, another 90 gives 180. Another 90 gives 270. And this side gives 360. So let's look at where 245 falls. It falls on this side, which is the third quadrant. The third quadrant. So we draw a new cardinal points there. So these are the new cardinal points. And we see the bearing of P from Q. So of P from Q. And that gives an angle of 245. And 245 falls 5 degrees. So from this side to this side is 90, then 180. Now it moves further to an angle of 245. So from this side to this side gives 180. Now it moves into the third quadrant. So what angle was added to this 180 to arrive at the 245? That was an angle of 65. Added to the 180 gives the 245. So we moved further an angle of 65. So means this side is 65. So when we add 90 plus this 90 plus this 65, it should give you 245. So we can draw an alternate angle here. This 65 here. And this is what we are looking for. So we can see the bearing of P from Q is 65 degrees. Or now whenever you want to find this, we also call it the back bearing. Back bearing always state that when the angle is less than the angle given, you are going to subtract from 180. Or it is greater than, you are going to add to 180. Okay, the angle given is more than 180. It's 245. It's more than. So we subtract. When it's more than, we subtract. So 245 minus 180. That gives us 65 degrees. The last one. Urban paid $630 for a bicycle at a discount of 10%. Find the actual selling price of the bicycle. So he bought this bike and he was given a discount of 10. So he paid this. So the actual selling price. And the actual selling price or the old price or the catalog price is always equal to 100 all over 100 minus x times the new price. So we have 100 over the percentage is 10% and the new price that is 630. So we have 100 out of 90 and 630. 0 equals 0. 6 9 is of 1. 9 into 63 is 7. 9 7 is 63. So we have 100 times 7 700. 700. 700. Good. So this is what we have. Now let's do a calculation and see if it will be equal to the discount. The discount given was 10%. So let's see if we give out the new price 630. So 10% of 700 is 70 Ghana cedis. 70 cedis. And the price of the thing was 700. giving discount of 70 cedis. 700, we take 70, we get 630, and that is correct. Good. So these are some questions that we should watch out for. Some likely questions. Not that there's any Apple. Our channel don't promote Apple or leakages as we call it, but we rather assist you and give you some likely questions that you meet. So this is where we end on BECE in focus for mathematics. We'll come your way with various questions during the week. We'll be coming your way with most of them to assist ourselves. I'll urge you and also encourage you to study, because we are to meet our feet now. We studied for years, about 9 years. We need to prove to WAEC that our stay in school was worth it. So prove to them that we are going to do well and then answer their questions with ease. So Henry's class learning brought to your doorsteps. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and then also recommend to your friends and your loved ones. Thank you for having us. Goodbye.